Now we all know about Dell laptops. It's a brand that's well known to us. But when you mention Alienware, the first thing that pops to mind is a gaming laptop. Now as much as I love a modded super gaming rig, there is still convenience when it comes to having a gaming laptop. And Alienware is one of the most premium name out there. Hi, I'm Alicia from KLGadgetGuy, and today we'll take a look at the Alienware 15 and see what it offers in this round of refreshing. Now as with the usual, let's start with the design and external features. Compared to other gaming laptops, the Alienware 15 sports a signature look on its lid, looking pretty much like a spaceship with its tri-section design and the trademark alien head. It has a black carbon fiber with a smooth matte surface and sport large vents on the back and the front side of the laptop, and even larger vents at the bottom. Now weighing slightly more than 3 kilograms and sporting a 15.6-inch ultra high-def IPS display, this is not one of those slim gaming laptops like the Aorus or the Razer Blade, but more of a desktop replacement that is not too much of a break to carry in the backpack. However, compared to its predecessors, the Alienware 15 is actually slimmer, although just as robust, so we can take a little rough housing without worrying about snapping it in half. Now at a glance, the laptop looks pretty classy despite its angular features and that alien head. And should you want it to look a little bit more edgy, you can always mess around with the Alien FX, giving a laptop some glowing rainbow lighting if that's how you like it. When it comes to keyboard, it feels a little bit cramped since it isn't chiclet styled, but key travel is still reasonably deep, especially for a laptop. There are also 5 programmable macro keys on the left edge of the keyboard and a 6 on the top to toggle extra presets to give you an extra edge in gaming. Now, the Alienware 15 offers quite a good number of ports on both sides of the laptops as well as on the back, which is not commonly found in many gaming laptops. However, they decided to forego the optical drive and place ports there instead. They could have used that space for additional expandable storage support though, since we all know that storage is king. Anyway, the Alienware 15 unit we have here in our hands sports an Intel Core i7 4710HQ quad-core up to 3.5 GHz with turbo boost, 8GB of DDR3L RAM, 256GB of M.2 SSD for the OS to boot, and 1TB of 7200 RPM storage. As for the GPU, the Alienware 15 comes with NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980M with 4GB of GDDR5. Now the price for this particular unit will be approximately $2,149 which is about 7,277 ringgit and 40 cents. Now since we're talking about gaming here, let's look at the display. The screen measures at 15.6 inches with 1920 by 1080p display on a non-reflective matte screen. Now despite of being of matte finish, the color reproduction is surprisingly vibrant and sharp even at 1080p. However, should you prefer a super high-res option, you can upgrade to a 4K touchscreen panel option for a price, although having touchscreen just doesn't go down well with me. Now another good thing about matte finishing for screens is the lack of glare and reflections. Viewing angles is also great, where videos remain just as sharp and vibrant, even when watching from almost any angle, so your friend can watch a movie or even play a co-op game with you on the side without experiencing any lack of clarity. Now audio-wise, it isn't the best, but still good enough that the sound doesn't break. It really still depends on your source though. Now listening to a good quality FLAC encoded music was really clear and crisp on Creative Sound Blaster processor from the speakers on the front side of the laptop. Now listen. Now watching movies is just as clear, but like I said, it really depends on the encoding source. As for playing games, the sound quality is still great, especially with cutscenes, but since there isn't any surround sound on speakers that you might want to hear your enemy coming from the back, let's say, it would still be best to put on your favorite gaming headsets instead. Now as for performance, this machine performs up to expectations, although I still think 8GB of RAM is still not enough for ultra settings. Since this machine is using pretty high-end processor, which comes with Intel HD Graphics 4600, Even once you've switched to battery mode, you can still run games, although it might not give you the performance and the experience you desire. Now the SSD helps speed up booting of the machine, and since there isn't much pre-installed utility software, meaning less bloatware, it makes the performance even better. So overall, I must say that playing games on this baby is no problem at all at 1080p on high detail settings. Now the biggest problem I had with the Alienware 15 is thermal management. Generally, gaming laptops always have this issue with heat and noise. Now when using the Alienware 15 for general desktop stuff, the fan was silent and there was barely any heat. However, the problem starts when I started playing games on it. Now the laptop's fans are really loud when using it at high performance, so unless you wear headphones, you might find the whirring of blades a tad bit annoying. Now after a while, the laptop starts heating up and it gets a little uncomfortable playing on baking keys. The surface that the laptop sits on also becomes really hot, so here's a public service announcement. Do not play games on your lap unless you're planning to have roasted nuts. Battery life. Now seriously, if you're expecting a high performance gaming laptop to have long lasting battery life, then you really need to come down to earth. Now playing Batman Arkham Knight on high settings on the Alienware 15 sucks up battery life faster than you can sing the national anthem. Nah, I was just joking here. But yeah, you still need to plug in the power supply if you're planning to play games. But I suppose you can play for a little while on battery if you really need to go somewhere, just to finish up the last bit of quest or something. But if you're just doing regular tasks on it, the battery life is pretty decent, lasting about 5 hours on full charge. So how would we rate the Alienware 15? Now performance wise, it is not the best of the best compared to many of its competitors. However, when it comes to affordability, it is still cheaper. But of course, it depends on what you put into the mix, since Alienware allows you to customize what goes into the laptop. Now, although it does heat up quite a bit despite the number of vents it has on the laptop, it is still not too bad, and the problem is it's actually a little bit heavy for its 15-inch size. However, the Alienware 15 is a pretty good all-rounder gaming machine which offers premium design with its sleek good looks and of course with an excellent screen and great audio. So that's it for our Alienware 15 review. If you have anything you want to ask us, any comments at all, just drop us a note down here in the comment section. And till the next review, bye bye!